Hello guys, and welcome back to another Dreamer Lover 90 video. Now, the question is, now, I'm sure you will all have heard of the super famous, surely you think it's super famous, but you will have heard of it by now. It's a stop motion animation made out of, believe it or not, what I'm filming right now, Lego. And if you've watched the animation, you will have known that this, surely, hopefully, if you've watched it that many times, you will have known that this prop has changed. Well, as a matter of fact, they all have, because in a slight sort of way, they've either been broken up or they've either been changed into a different sort of thing. Hence, what you can do with Lego. But I was thinking of extending that scene, but making the same characters be in a different place, but on a bigger base plate, because soon I will have a much bigger and better, I will have a more variety of colours, so I can do a sea scene. Yeah, that's right, I've got a lot more minifigures. Well, I always have been obsessed with minifigures, no matter what the type, Star Wars, Lego City, you name it. I'm obsessed with my Lego minifigures. I've even got a Lego crocodile, and I've got a gigantic house, and a big lorry, a plane, another big lorry, another big plane, a little shop, a little boat. I can make that boat into something. And I've got another big boat and a jet ski that's on its side, and another jet ski. So there is a few things that I've made out of Lego. There's some things that you probably can't see as well in this box, but I'll probably show you in a Lego reveal video in another video. But what I was hoping to do is using the same characters. I was hoping to, I'm just going to close this window because it's creating a racket. Oh, it's a half moon tonight. Probably can still hear it. Doesn't really. Hopefully you can't. It really well depends, but I'm by a window. So hopefully I will be able to introduce more characters. I will hopefully be able to redo the characters. I want to get all of my plants in the Lego scene, because I've got loads of flowers, I've got loads of things, I've got a tree, and I want to be able to introduce the fire. That's right, the fire team. And the police scene as well. Pop in and say hello. I want to be able to introduce the boat racing scene of a boat racing lorry, the farming scene. That's right. I've got a farming. I've got a farming scene. I'm hoping to do that. But a police chase on water. That's what that prop is for. But the good thing about that prop is I don't have to change it. But I may, unfortunately, have to change everything about the first Lego stop motion animation. But if you have any cool ideas, then please put them in the comments down below, and I'll be so happy, because I love making Lego. I love making Lego stuff, and once I do it, it's like that Pringles advert, that old one. Once you pop, you can't stop. That's what I'm like with Lego. So yeah. There is a few other things. I may be able to do another build scene, but this little prop is probably going to be, well, it's probably going to look the same, but as you can see, the chassis that I built for the bottom is very weak, and it would very easily, the yellow bits that were on the side, they would very easily fall off, and they would catch on the wheels. That's why if you try your very hardest, then you probably sort of be able to tell what each time was between each one of the pictures. I mean, yes, I put funky music in. Yes, I yes, I did that, and yes, I put more and more crap in there, and yes, you could see what was going on in the background. But hopefully I'll be able to do it on days where, well, it's quiet, lovely and quiet, and I've got a nice big space, so I was probably thinking just from my thinking face that I put on then, books stacked up in different piles. I have, as you know, I have a stupid ton of different old annuals and books. And I was hoping to use them, but believe it or not, there arises another problem with using books. Is you have to stick bits of scrap paper. Well, I say scrap paper, it's just old bits of plain paper that look dirty, that have already been used, but it's a similar type of plain paper that you use to put underneath the track when you're using your model trains on the floor, when your actual layout that's on a table downstairs is all packed away for the winter. But of course, at the moment it is summer. That's right, we are in summer now, believe it or not, and I will have more model railway stuff for you soon, but unfortunately model railway is in a real state at the moment, because I've just got loads of jobs to do, and I'm sort of hitched up with a lot of more stuff to do, and the fact that I am leaving college, that's going to come soon. So it's all sad timings, but and if you think about it, you can see an idea of a new model coming if I probably say this correctly, I'd say autumn time, because I would not want another brand new model to review during the summer, because during the summer I'm still working on a lot of things, like I've already said. It's also been a bit mishmashed and all out of place, just life in general for me at the moment. Mainly because I've got torrential hay fever. That really does not help, because I would be sneezing, but luckily I'm not at the moment. I would be blowing my nose, but luckily I'm not, which is good. And I'm not rubbing my eyes, which again is a good thing. But what has been poor is the fact that I was, and the fact that I've been trying to create different sort of work to distract myself from doing that. But I promise you guys, once I can get this really irritating hay fever and I can push it to one side, I can definitely guarantee that we can get down in the Undercroft and we can start, well, doing some building, running some trains. Because I am really looking forward to getting down stairs once again. I mean, last time I checked, I did some dusting. To be fair, yes, it was with a brush, but it's not the type of brush that you use to brush off a Lego model. It's the type of brush that you probably use to brush off a windowsill or radiator or something in one of these boxes, because these boxes tend to over there is a big box of junky stuff that I still haven't taken down to the Undercroft yet. Over there on top of the old toy box is similar type of items, just in the bag is a turntable that I got, I asked for, and I tried my very hardest to try and get it working, but no. So, I think it's going to be something that I give away to my friend Jay, that turntable, because, well, if I can't get the wires working with the track, and I can't get it like working and ticking away like an ordinary Hornby turntable does, then unfortunately I will just have to create a concoction made out of maybe little bits of wood and plastic. Maybe I'll buy old kits, not ones not ones like that, but ones that are slightly different. And I might do. Oh, this is another exciting thing, because this came into my head just as I was going to sleep. I think it was it the other night? It's this. Now, it may look like a plastic box with Gordon's tender and Henry's tender. That's exactly what it is. It's just Gordon and Henry's tender in a plastic box. But besides that, in there, if you can see, is Gordon and Henry with a couple of my tools. I'm just on a thinking phase. Where can I get? Well, where can I buy a right type of weight to put into a tender like that? Because Gordon and Henry's tender are very similar. I probably scrapped the idea of wanting originally to put it into Henry's tender, and just to put it into Gordon's tender, mainly because Gordon has a pony truck at the front. Do they call it a pony truck? I can't remember. It has I think it's a rear pony truck. I think it's front pony wheels and driving wheels. There's that, and then there's the connection to his tender. His wheels on his tender really are not that. They're just not very good. They're just very wobbly and unstable. So I'm hoping to get some sort of weight to put into Gordon's tender sometime. And I'm hoping to make even more props. Possibly change up this a little bit. And probably leave a little bit how it is, but there's a few ones that I probably want to do first. Probably just simply take their picture and then give it away before I leave college. Because, well, it's funny. I made a picture. Well, I made a selection minifigures. They don't look exactly the same as they do in real life. Just ignore that. But it's this one you're looking at. It's these 3 and these 4. Me, I'm right at the back. The 2 adults in well, the three adults in this scene are Jordan, Rachel, just behind there, and Mandy. My four friends, well, they're all my friends. I'll just say 3 friends and 3 adult friends. It doesn't really matter. I got one there, Shani. She doesn't usually have that colour, a cap. Her cap is usually a yellow colour. And just to bear in mind, all of the Lego sort of tops, bottoms, hair and other concoctions that they're holding, they're not entirely accurate. That's the thing. I mean, this little thing here, that's probably fairly accurate to what Shani would be eating right now for tea or for lunch. This one is Alicia. That one there, right at the front, is Angel. They tend to be fairly difficult to make. Oh well, all Lego minifigures do, because once you get them in a stupid pose like that, they end up looking, well, like this little guy. But anyway, as I was saying, sorry to sound like I've been waffling on, but I will make more Lego props. I will, if you guys really want me to, I will make more Lego stop motion animation stuff, but I will do it on bigger Lego palettes like these or these, excuse me. And I will hopefully, the original props, ones I probably use once and probably don't really want to use ever again, like this one, I don't particularly want to use it again. But if you guys want to see it again, just for maybe one last time, then that's fine with me. But I might change the idea of the wheelbase, and I might add less weight to it, because before the idea was that the minifigure would jump up on top of the cart because there was no steps. This was really slippery. He would always slip, so you jump up on top of the bar there, grab your thing and jump off. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen a video of someone driving a mining cart around a quarry or a mine. They would usually put their finger or press a button on top of there, and that's basically how it will go. I'll make it go. Press the button, and it would go. Take your finger off, it would stop. It's a pretty smart thing to do, but it's what we call early ideas of electrical motorized machines that weren't really that reliable, and yeah, they weren't. Because of the chassis wouldn't be very resistant to the sort of the ground, the type of ground, like the rock shape. Yeah, would not be very good. In real life, these types of chassis would be very good because it would sort of rock around a bit like a floating, sort of like a boulder in the sky, just like floating very slowly. I don't know if you've ever seen what's his face, Doctor Who. You go into an asteroid field and you see them going into the time vortex, and the TARDIS always moves very slowly through the asteroid part of it, because it's all very slow, because the asteroid's always moving very slowly. It's sort of that type of thing. That's how the wheels would move over the rocks in the mine. But that's basically a little bit of a backstory behind that type of thing in real life. So that's basically what I got that sort of idea from in real life. I have talked about some of these before, but just as a quick reminder, I'll do this one first. The trailer, it's just your average trailer really. It was a quick build, but I did extend it to, I think it was a couple, 3-4 inches in the front direction to meet the standards of the Lego City Toys R Us truck. And yeah, I was pretty happy with that. But it is a pain to rebuild because, like I said, it's a quick build, and yeah, it's gonna be really difficult. The last thing I had to rebuild out of this was the truck, not the trailer, the truck. I think it was for the pure purpose of my cats, but hey ho. When you got cats on a windowsill and you've got a lorry sitting there overnight, and you've got a cat that likes to sit there, and you've got heavy feet, well, unfortunately, there's been a change. So yeah, no more of the red scene in the front. So there's a minor change up front, on the front of the lorry there. This lorry, it was no quick build. It's actually quite durable. It's quite a funny thing though, because I take it, I'll just wheel it down here. Quite difficult to do single-handed. Oh, there we go. Something's come off. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're all right now. Let's just leave that where it is. There we go. Now, see what you can see out of that. What is missing at the front of this lorry? Well, you've had that long, and if you manage to see the side of the wing mirror on the side there was missing, the side of the wing mirror backing there was still there, then you are correct. That's basically the only thing missing out of that. So at the moment it's just hunting time in my big gigantic Lego box, but this, unfortunately, it's just my vicious Lego box that's full of props and Lego models that I've built in the past that are slightly damaged or I'm rebuilding. So yeah, that's pretty much what that box is for. But the gigantic Lego box is for very interesting and complex builds like this. When I say complex, I'm gonna have to take in that. Now this is a very interesting plane. It's I think it's a stunt plane, what they call them in real life. I've had to, if I flip it over and just hold it on its underneath, the wheels, I've had to play around with them so many times that I've made them fit to how wide and how long the plane is. So basically I've used this thing called a ruler. And that brings me on to the trailer. It's a bit of a complex build, but when you see those wide load lorries, that's the sort of thing you're gonna see, because you'd have these flashing on one side and these flashing on the other, or a bit more further forward, and you would probably have those as big red lights towards the back, and you would probably have big, more stronger extensions on the wheels. I took the gigantic big wheels off because, believe it or not, they still did fit, but they didn't fit. That, I know that doesn't make sense, but I wanted to take the build back a little bit with the wheels on the back, because I think the wheels that were tiny and at the front of the trailer would look better right at the back, and if it had no tiny wheels at the front of the trailer, because I think it would stand all the weight of the plane if it simply would be placed on there like that, and you'd put the wheels inside there and inside there, and it'll be like that. It's not really a thing where the wings just fold up. It's just a wide load sort of build. But yes, that's a quick explanation of what that is. Believe it or not, it was not very good thing to build. I'm gonna take you off now because it's annoying me. Yes, I do know where that is now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, sniffing. Right. Right. Big prop. Slightly broken. Quite a recent prop. Haven't used it as of yet. But here we go. It's a Coast Guard plane. Big Coast Guard plane, multicoloured. It's not got matching colours as those colours, matching colours, those colours, matching colours, those colours, matching colours. The Coast Guard plane is not. That was it was not even a quick build. It was built out of my imagination. It was the first thing that I built before I built this prop, because I knew, right, I wanted to do a police chase scene with 2 jet skis and a couple of crooks, and it's gonna be set around the coast. Why not have a Coast Guard plane? The only thing I was thinking was plane parts. How many do I have? Suspension of a plane? Yeah. Not very good at it. Propellers at the back. They're not matching. As you can see, the top propellers right at the top there are from a fire and rescue Coast Guard helicopter. So very soon I may be taking those propellers off and using a sort of maybe some sort of fancy multicolored bricks to sort of push them up and inwards, just so they don't A, show, and they don't B, have any stickers from before. I don't mind the 60015. I don't mind the Lock 2. I really, really do not care the fact that it says guard on there. I mean, does it say Coast Guard on the front there? Does it? No, doesn't. Yes. When I first got my first Coast Guard plane, I was really excited. But unfortunately, I was really dumb back then, and I didn't really know how to handle Lego. And I didn't know that you needed a box. I didn't even know that it would be easier using a bag. I loved the idea of the time. I loved the idea of getting the set, building the set, having it for a few minutes, and then chucking it on the floor again, rebuilding it again, showing it off, playing with it with another prop, and then doing the same thing again. And then as soon as I got bored, I would start to lose pieces. that's what happened to this. Lost pieces. I mean, the door on that side, it's fine. There's orange pieces. I still got loads of orange pieces. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because most Coast Guard planes are orange. There used to be lettering around the side, and there used to be a roof that used to look like that. And it used to, the actual set used to be called Coast Guard Helicopter, not Coast Guard Plane. But I treated it like a plane because it looked more like a plane than a helicopter. I will assure you of that. And the wheels, they looked a lot like a plane as well. The wings, well, to be honest with you, when I rebuilt the set, I thought, oh, well, I've already lost the wings, so I'll nick them off of my police helicopter, which, again, looked like the same exact thing. It had lettering, had Coast Guard on the side, on either side. The wings weren't grey, they were orange. Yes, I know, they were orange and yellow and red. But, hey-oh. But I've gone for grey, yellow and red. That's what I've gone for. And for whatever pieces I could conjure up, I've gone for flat white pieces, flat red pieces, flat orange pieces. I had to improvise with green and, annoyingly, brown and more grey pieces there. That's from the police helicopter, that bit there. And that's from the police car, believe it or not. The wheels are from a Lego City fire car, I believe. I also have taken that off of my Lego Technic thing that I had for like 2 minutes. Most of the bits are missing now, or they're given away because they looked better given away, because I didn't like them, and B, they would not fit. they would just not. There would be no use of a Lego Technic part that is supposed to be a mobile part. There would be no use for it if it was just sitting there doing nothing, because you had no other parts to rebuild it, which is a bit saddening. But again, hey, rebuilding the plane wasn't too difficult. because white at the front on the roof. The sides were fairly light colours, light green. Unfortunately, a dark blue. That may be changed, but and light orange, grey wing, but that's the same on either side. And on the underside, well, when you're making small helicopters, I made it similar in the form of red. I used a lot of red for the wheelbase on this, and haven't yet found a way for because if the pilot opens the door, he won't be able to come out. So they will need an opening where they can come out. Big door, big opening, and that's about it. There's a high chance this is one of... If I can get that back where it went. There's a high chance that prop, if you want to call it a prop, because I'm not really in the yet stage of liking it. I'm more in the form of liking the stunt plane. Than that. But hey ho. Downstairs in my living room, I have got a police helicopter, but that'll be shown off in the future. Yes. Right. Okay. Well, that should be it for this video today, guys. I do apologise profusely if this video has gone on for way too long. I mean, wow, 58 minutes. That's a new record. Yeah, that's a new video record. Yes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you all very, very soon in another, fingers crossed, Lego animation, or fingers crossed, another video on the Star Wars channel, because that's been sort of abandoned as of recently. And fingers crossed, another ripping of this little guy. Fingers crossed, we'll get some batteries, we'll do some boring stuff. What shall I say? Nerdy stuff with with these, but before I do anything with the chains and the tenders and the tools, need to get weights. And fingers crossed we can come back in the end, towards the end, have a fun day with Marble Run. And then down there, there's more cars to review. Over there, there's more cars to review on the window still. I hope you can see that. I'll just zoom in a little bit. Brand new boxes. Brand new fun. Anyway. And fingers crossed. More gaming. Yes, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a bit of a just a bit of me sitting, whittering on, talking sort of video. But I was actually thinking about making a video that sort of similar to that, but I'll let you know about that in the future. But for now, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Dreamer90 is now saying peace out. Have a lovely evening, guys.